Hello and welcome to episode 6 of TEW 2020 NXT 2010. Here we are back in time for our second pay-per-view of the series, NXT TAKEOVer. NXT had its arrival at the first pay-per-view and now is ready to well and truly take over. A stacked card with 5 titles on the line. We'll be crowning the inaugural Women's Tag Champs, as well as we have Del Rio and Okada for the North American title, the Rotundas and Fortunate Sons for the tag titles, Karma taking Asuka and Io Shirai for the women's title, and in the main event, Wade Barrett against AJ Styles for the NXT Championship. An absolutely stacked card tonight. I'm excited. I hope you're all excited. Without further ado, let's get right into it here. As the show opens up with Dusty Rhodes in the ring, and he says that last month NXT arrived and tonight they are ready to take over. He thanks the crowd for coming and supporting NXT, this new brand and this new adventure of his. He talks about the stacked card, like I said, and he says, without further ado, I'm not going to waste your time anymore. Let's get right into this amazing action with the North American Championship match for a 65. That is when Okada's music hit and he comes out, followed of course by the North American Champion Alberto Del Rio coming out, accompanied by EC3 for this match. Del Rio and Okada for the NA title, both men going at it and giving it all they've got. But in the end, Del Rio picking up the win, EC3 distracting the referee, allowing Del Rio to low blow Okada and locking the rolling cross armbar. Okada no choice but to tap out. Del Rio picking up the victory and retaining his North American Championship for a 53 here. Good match for the 53. 53 Del Rio, 33 Okada. Happy with this as Del Rio comes out on top following that distraction from EC3 and the cheating from him. Del Rio gets his arm raised, gets his title. Then after the match, Del Rio and EC3 continue to beat down on Okada, wanting to teach him a lesson for getting in their business this past month or so. Obviously not happy, but that is when the music of Shinsuke Nakamura hits. Nakamura not seen since NXT arrival, where he was defeated by Del Rio when Del Rio won the North American title. Nakamura comes storming out to the ring to save Okada, much like Okada had come out to defend Nakamura's honour. Nakamura coming out to defend Okada's and making the save here, hitting a big Kinshasa on EC3. Del Rio fleeing before the same is done to him. 41 for the post-match segment. Really happy with that. Del Rio retaining his title, but Nakamura's back. You'll think Okada will want revenge. He has a line of challengers waiting to come for that gold. And then next up we have the match to crown the inaugural Women's Tag Team Champions. It is the team of Daphne and Paige taking on the team of Serena and Nikki Cross. Both teams comprised of a more experienced superstar in Daphne and Serena, and a young up-and-coming superstar from Britain, coincidentally, in the form of Paige and Nikki Cross. Which team will come out on top? Both teams giving it a all, showing respect to each other before the match when they get into it, giving it everything they've got. They both want to be Women's Tag Champs, but in the end, your winners and the inaugural NXT Women Tag Team Champions are Daphne and Paige. Paige rolling up Serena in the end to pick up the victory. Daphne and Paige, your NXT Women's Tag Champs for a 31 decent match here. 43 Daphne, 36 Serena, 21 Paige, 20 Nikki Cross. Happy with this, but it's Daphne and Paige who come out on top. They get their titles, they get their arm raised, and then they celebrate. They have done it. They have won the NXT Women's Tag Team Champs. They are the inaugural, the first ever champions. They will forever live on in history with those belts for a 36 here. Really happy with this. Good match and a good post-match segments. Daphne and Paige as the first champions, I'm pleased with. A litany of challenges awaits for them, you have to imagine. But for now, tonight, this is their moment. They have well and truly taken over, and they have the gold to show for it. And we stay in the tag team division next, this time the men's tag team, with the NXT men's tag team titles on the line. The champions, the Rotundas, Bray and Boda brothers, defending their gold against the Fortunate Sons. The Fortunate Sons targeting them, saying that with Bro and Bray, the titles will never gain any prestige or lineage, saying that Curtis and Brett, due to their fathers, due to their dynasty, due to where they come from, due to being second, third, fourth, whatever we want to call it, generation superstars, they know what it takes to be champions. And so, if people want the NXT tag titles to mean a damn thing, the Fortunate Sons need to have them, and they're gonna win them. But who will come out on top? It's the Rotundas taking on the Fortunate Sons, and in the end, the Rotundas pick up the victory here. Bray pinning Brett DiBiase following that standing senton splash of his, as the Rotundas successfully retain their NXT Tag Team titles for a 30 decent match, probably not helped by Curtis Hennig sustaining a sprained ankle. But still, 43 for Bray, 38 for Curtis, 26 Bio, 17 Brett. Good in-ring performances all round, I'd say. I'm pleased with that. Good match. Rotundas retaining. Hopefully, Curtis is not out for too long. Then we have another ominous promo featuring Luke Harper and Abyss. Abyss on the floor in a dark room, sitting down, arms wrapped around his leg, cradling back and forth, mumbling to himself when Luke Harper walks in and kneels down to him and says, "Are they still talking to you? The voice is in your head." And Abyss says, "Yes. They're talking, they're screaming, they're shouting, they won't stop." And Luke says that, "Good. Don't let them stop. Nurture them. Listen to them. Let them drive you. Let them control you. Because you are those voices, and those voices are you, and they will show you the way, and they will show you the light. So listen to those voices, but most importantly, listen to me. Follow my voice. Follow me. And I will show you the way. I will heal you, my child. I will make everything okay. If you just obey, then everything will be alright." Luke Harper cradling Abyss's face. Abyss slowly stops cradling back and forth. He seems much calmer in this very creepy and weird and ominous promo for 24. God knows what's happening with Harper and Abyss here, but whatever it is with these two behemoths, it can't be good, can it, really? As next up, speaking of behemoths you don't want to mess with, is the NXT Women's Championship match. Karma defending her title against Asuka and Io Shirai in a triple threat match. Asuka and Io, the Kabuki Warriors, losing in the Women's Tag Title Tournament semi-final, and then promptly being attacked by Karma. Karma choosing her own challenges here. Asuka and Io, if they work together, have the numbers advantage, but, I mean, even the two of them put together, that might equal just about one Karma, so, you know, in the end, Karma does pick up the win, taking out Asuka and Io, stacking them one on top of the other, and then hitting a flying splash and pinning them both simultaneously. Dominant display from Karma once again for a 44. Good match between these three. 53 Karma, 31 Asuka, 33 Io. Happy with this as Karma retains the NXT Women's Championship, and then after the match stands tall over her two latest victims, raising the NXT Women's title in the air. A clear message. Karma could hold that title forever probably, because I don't know if anyone would want to fight her for it, to be honest. 30 for that post-match segment. Good work from these three superstars in these segments, as now it's time for the main event. It's been building the past 4 weeks. AJ Styles has beat him on one occasion by roll-up, but now is when it matters, with the NXT title on the line in the main event of NXT TAKEOVER. Wade Barrett defends his gold against AJ Styles, who will come out on top. Both men give it everything they've got, but AJ Styles gets the advantage. He sets up for the phenomenal forearm. He jumps in the air, and in mid-air, Wade Barrett catching him in position for the wasteland. AJ fighting off his back, going to hit Wade. Wade ducking, AJ kind of bumping into the ref a bit. The ref not taken down, just a little bit dazed, and then AJ turning around into the brass knuckles that Daniel Bryan fell victim to as well from Wade Barrett. AJ Styles going groggy, Wade quickly grabbing him and hitting the wasteland before covering him for the 1, 2, 3. Your winner, Wade Barrett. With a pair of brass knuckles, a wasteland, and a handful of tights, Wade Barrett coming out on top here to retain his NXT Championship for a 69. Really good match between these two once again. Not as good as their first encounter, but still really good. 52 Wade and 84 AJ. AJ Styles seems to be getting better every match somehow. It is impressive. AJ Styles not coming out on top here. Wade Barrett coming out on top. Thanks to those brass knuckles, thanks to the handful of tights, thanks to plenty of cheating as well as a well-placed wasteland. Wade Barrett comes out on top, and after the match, on top of AJ Styles, just punching him in the face. You know, teaching him a lesson for daring to step up to Wade Barrett when the music of Daniel Bryan hits. Daniel Bryan, not seen since Arrival when he was beaten by Barrett, comes out, storms down to the ring. Wade Barrett Wade Barrett going to punch Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan ducking, rebounding off the rope and hitting him with the running knee. Wade Barrett going down. Daniel Bryan standing tall over him, grabs the NXT title and slaps it. You know, he says, "This is mine. I'm coming for this. I haven't forgotten about this." And that's how the show ends for a 67. Daniel Bryan laying out Barrett and Daniel Bryan standing tall to end things here. Good segment. Wade Barrett has himself in a tricky situation in the fact that the two leading contenders for his title seem to be AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan. And I mean, wrestling ability wise, AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan, you wouldn't want to mess with them, would you? But still, a really good show, I think. Overall rating of 52. Really pleased with that. 195 fans as well. I think the most fans we've had in attendance. Increased our pop in one region as well. I'm really happy. Good show overall, I'd say. As NXT TAKEOVER concludes, I will make my speeches to AJ Styles, to Wade Barrett. No, I'll do it to AJ Styles because he put in the performance tonight. And I will also do it to Daphne and Paige to congratulate them on becoming the inaugural Women's Tag Champs. I will tell them they're both awesome. AJ Styles, praised for a great performance. Pleased, and I am pleased. As NXT TakeOver is over, the second pay-per-view is in the bag now. Next up on the calendar, we enter March with 4 more weeks of NXT, and then the next pay-per-view, NXT TakeOver Fatal 4-Way. There will be plenty of Fatal 4-Way matches on the card, as the name suggests, and I am looking forward to them, and I hope you will be too. If you enjoyed this NXT TakeOver special and you're enjoying the series as a whole, then drop a like and subscribe to the channel for more. Maybe go check out some of my other TEW 2020 content. I have a current WWE series going on, as well as a litany of experiment videos as well. Both series, I would say, very good, but I am biased, so what do I know? But still, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and thank you for watching.